Welcome back to News 1575. Chelsea and Cole Palmer storm back at Real Betis to win Conference League. There were 65 minutes on the clock when a chill spread around Stadion Wrocław and Real Betis' flame fizzled out. That was the moment when Cole Palmer finally emerged, decided that enough was enough, and took an icy hold on a final that was in danger of running away from Chelsea. That was the moment when disaster was averted. Betis' hopes of winning the UEFA Conference League faded, and it became clear that Todd Boehly, Behdad Abdelai and the rest of Chelsea's leadership team would be on the pitch at full time, drinking it all in after claiming their first piece of silverware in the men's game since their takeover in 2022. Cole Palmer crosses for Nicholas Jackson to score Chelsea's second goal against Real Betis. Chelsea's billion-pound boys take charge and show clinical cutting edge. Read more. The predictability of the outcome did not make the feeling any less sweet for Boehly and Abdelai after a season that began with their differences getting a very public airing. Really, though, this was all about one very special individual. There have been countless signings under this Chelsea ownership, but none as smart as the £40 million spent on buying Palmer from Manchester City. He is a unique talent, a maverick whose personality and skill define this contest. So what if Chelsea still resemble Cole Palmer FC in times of trouble? They would have been lost without him accepting the responsibility of scrubbing out Betis' 1-0 lead by sparking a turnaround with gorgeous assists for Enzo Fernandez and Nicholas Jackson. There could be no better demonstration of why Palmer deserves to hear the Champions League anthem before his next European assignment. It was an astonishing 5 minutes from the 23-year-old. Betis chased their first European trophy, but the financial gulf told in the end. There was no romance in Manuel Pellegrini, the 71-year-old Chilean, and his band of Premier League cast-offs running out of steam, succumbing to a 4-1 defeat after further strikes from Moises Caicedo and Jadon Sancho, who will hope he has done enough for his loan from Manchester United to be made permanent. The weird thing is that Chelsea were booed off at halftime. They were appalling during the first half, falling behind to a sloppy goal and offering nothing in attack. Enzo Maresca, who delighted in sticking it to his critics after clinching Champions League qualification last weekend, got his initial tactics badly wrong. Malo Gusto, a right-back by trade, had a nightmare as an auxiliary midfielder. Betis led through Abd Ezzalzouli and could have had more. It was just as well that Chelsea emerged with more intensity in the second half. It had been a relief to focus on the football after 2 days marred by idiotic violence involving supporters of both sides in the city centre. The longing came from Betis, who were thrilled to be in their first European final. Chelsea, by contrast, did not fill their allocation. They struggled during the first 30 minutes. The mind went back to Gary Neville branding Chelsea billion-pound bottle jobs after they lost to Liverpool's kids in last season's Carabao Cup final. The touches were loose and the early tactical battle was won by Pellegrini targeting the space left by Gusto drifting inside from right back. The Frenchman was one of 5 changes from Maresca and was culpable when Betis scored in the 9th minute. A slack pass into midfield intercepted, leaving Isco to send Ezzalzouli through to fire a low shot past Philip Jorgensen. Chelsea were shambolic. Ezzalzouli was tormenting Gusto. Isco, a European champion on 5 occasions with Real Madrid, was running the show. Jorgensen saved from Marc Bartra and Benoit Badiashile made a vital block to deny Johnny Cardoso. Maresca, who calls Pellegrini his footballing father, used the break to correct his error of leaving out Reece James. The captain came on for Gusto and gave Chelsea more poise on the right. The mood shifted, Betis tiring. Antony was the Antony of Manchester United on the Betis right. Ezzalzouli limping off was a blow for Pellegrini. Chelsea took control in midfield, Fernandez and Caicedo dominating. But still we waited for Palmer. He has struggled since Christmas. The goals and assists have dried up. He picked a good moment to stir. His influence grew and Chelsea were level when he lifted in a feathery cross for Fernandez, who ghosted in to head past Adrian. Now Palmer was irrepressible. Soon he twisted past the Betis substitute, Jesus Rodriguez, and slammed in another cross from the right for Jackson to chest home. Consider the striker's debt owed to his teammate after his recent red card against Newcastle repaid. Chelsea did not look back after going 2-1 up. 2 substitutes combined, Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall setting up Sancho to whip a shot past Adrian. Caicedo, who was outstanding, then fired home from 20 yards. This was the only European trophy missing for Chelsea. They can say they have won it all again. Boli and Abelai will hope this is